Is taking a note on a notepad better than, taking a note on your iPad or iPhone? And why would you choose one over the other? In this video, I share when I use a notepad, when I use an iPad, and when I type on that little iPhone screen. Hi, my name is Rich. If you're new here, I make videos on how to use your iPad and iPhone, and specifically, I've made a lot of Apple Notes videos. There are so many things I like about that app, but unless you just can't live without your iPhone or iPad in your hand, there are times when writing on paper just makes more sense. And although those times are shrinking, I still grab a notebook from time to time and take notes. Maybe it stems from talking on desk phones most of my professional life. But if I'm on the phone and need to take a note, I usually just grab a pencil and a notepad I have laying around. The crazy thing about all this is that I no longer have a landline phone. My wife and I just have our iPhones, but I'm certainly not going to take a note on my iPhone while I'm talking on my iPhone. I know it's possible, but I'll leave that to my daughter's generation. It's easier for me to just grab a handy notepad and start writing. By the way, I keep these little notepads all over the house, so finding one is never an issue. So I just chalk that one up to a notepad. When I was a kid, my dad had a little notepad in his shirt pocket along with a pen, and I guess, he jotted down important things when he was on the go. But even though I do have these little field notebooks, I never carry them around. In fact, I don't carry much of anything around except my little Extra wallet. That little wallet is the coolest thing I've ever had. Extra sponsored a video a year or two ago and I did a short review on it. I'll include a link in the description below if you'd like to check it out. But the point is the iPhone is perfect for taking notes in this on-the-go scenario. I'm not a fan of that little on-screen keyboard, but, I've used it for so long that I'm used to it now. And if I run into a friend at a restaurant or event and I need to jot something down, I just, pop open a quick note and type away. iPhone wins this one for sure. I must admit that I like using my iPad and Apple Pencil for note-taking, and there's a time and place for that. When I'm sketching out furniture drawings or writing journal entries, my iPad and Apple Pencil, it just can't be beat. I bought a magnetic screen protector that turns the feel of writing on glass to writing on paper. And I love that I can remove it at any time I want and view that beautiful iPad screen without the dulling effect of a screen protector. Then, when I want to start writing again, I can just, stick it back on. You just can't beat it. I didn't even know these things existed until about a month or so ago. Plus, I don't know about you, but I misplace my handwritten notes literally all the time. Knowing my furniture drawings are all on my iPad is comforting to me. When I used to sketch out furniture I wanted to build on paper, I'd spend half the time looking for the paper and the other half building the furniture. So definitely thumbs up for the iPad on this one. Strangely though, at my jobby job, I have a notebook I handwrite notes in, something like this. And in the many calls and conversations I have in my job, I never know if I'll be taking a bunch of notes or just a sentence or two. Sometimes I write down things I just need for the next 30 minutes, no need for some permanent note stuck in an iPad. Other times, the notes I take are very important and need to be stored on an iPad for quick retrieval. And I have a system for this. Each Friday, I take a short period of time and I go back through all my handwritten notes from the week, and anything that's important makes its way into an Apple Note. The iPad with the Magic Keyboard takes care of this in short order. I guess you could say this is a bit of a hybrid system, but it works for me, so I'll just call this one a tie. Maybe I'm old school or just old, but I like the feel of a sharp pencil or a good pen on paper. I really do. And sometimes I open up a good quality notepad and write things down. My mom has used her calendar for this for years. She's got a stack of calendars she can go through to review the things that she wanted to keep track of. And for this scenario, nothing beats pen and paper. So I guess whether pen and paper is better than an iPad or iPhone is really contextual. It really depends on what you're doing and the moment you're in, and that's why I use both. I will say that having all your notes in one place on your iPad is incredibly handy. That's why anything that's truly important makes its way to the iPad, even if it started out on paper. Because God knows I will throw away an important paper note in a heartbeat. Not on purpose, of course. It'll just be piled up with some junk mail and out it goes. And I don't realize it until it's too late. You know, I know there's not a lot of meat in this video, but I wanted to make it at least to tell you I've not given up on paper, and neither should you. I mean, who knows? The whole digital world could come crashing down, and then I'll look like a genius when I pull my paper notebook from my shelf with all my life secrets in it. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.